Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us to the end of the day. I know the agenda was running a bit late, and thank you for your understanding and being with us. This session is titled Education and Learning to Where. Allow me first to introduce myself. I will be moderating this session. My name is Hisham Ibrahim. I work for RIPE-NCC. And for those of you that do not know what RIPE-NCC is, it is the organization that distributes internet number resources, IP addresses and ASNs to networks, such as operators, ISPs, university networks like yourselves. And I actually had slides, but I'm not going to go through them for the sake of time. But what I will share with you is some reflections I have for like a minute or two. I actually grew up wanting to be an engineer. I'm an engineer, and I wanted to be an engineer. And the reason why I wanted to be an engineer is because growing up, I always wanted to build a robot. That was my dream. And I actually got to do that in college. My graduation project was robotics. That was like almost a decade ago. However, what happened afterwards was that I graduated. And when I graduated, in my country and in my region, there was no work for anybody that understood robotics a decade ago. And I was faced with my first reality check where what I actually knew didn't really help me in my real life. The story has a happy ending because I became an engineer in networking and now I'm here with you, so I must have done something right. But the point is that separation, that disconnect from what people do in academia and what the market actually requests and needs is something that I personally came to realize early on. This is my last leg of a long trip that I toured the Middle East countries in order to understand the needs of the technical community and the academic community and what they're doing. And during that tour, I met with governments, I met with academic organizations, with ISPs. And also what I found from a lot of academics was that point as well, that we have really smart students, but we don't know how to introduce them into the community, or the community doesn't use us the way, let's say, operators would use researchers from US universities like Harvard or Berkeley or Stanford. There is no trust with us, even though we have all this knowledge. And my talk was about bridging those gaps and how we can actually get the students that you have in your universities that work within your networks, that study within your curriculum, prepared for such things. And there are a bunch of different platforms that these things can happen on. And if you're interested, please see me to discuss more. But these platforms include meetings like the IETF, where the standards of the protocols of the internet are actually built. I've met students that showed me their work on how to fix things on the internet, that if it were produced there, it could make a difference on how we actually build networks today. Another meeting would be the MENOG meeting, which happens twice a year in the Middle East region, where all the operators get together and meet and discuss with academics that present there. The RIPE-NCC actually has a program called RACI, which is the RIPE-NCC Academic Collaborative Initiative, where it sends academics, students that are researching in the internet to present in front of the people that actually build the internet, the operators and the people that put the protocols. The point is that there are a lot of ways to bring these academic institutes into this world. We have a platform called the RIPE Atlas platform that has probes deployed all over the world where academics can actually use this in their research and see how traffic flows in and out of the country. There's a lot of these things out there. It's just, and we would love to help bring your institutes, your students into that world.